This is a story that I wanted to share for a long time. I had actually done this story almost a decade ago. Today we're going to be talking about Adam alayhi salam. I'll tell you one more thing. In the Jewish creed, or actually more in the Christian creed, human beings messed up. And I've heard many Muslims say, that's why we're here. Our father, thanks Dad, ate from the tree, and that's why we are on the earth. The Quran is not saying that.
Today's video is a snippet of a brand new installment of Ustad Nouman's globally popular Story Night, which is now available to watch exclusively on Bayina TV with your friends and family. Head to the stories section on bayinatv.com now to watch the full recording of Story Night Fallen and take an eye-opening journey through the story of Adam alayhi salam.
This story that I'm sharing with you belongs to Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah was given to the Prophet ﷺ in Medina. But before this story, Allah has talked about Adam alayhi salam multiple times. In fact, arguably, this is probably the last time Allah talked about Adam alayhi salam in the Quran, in the seerah of the Prophet. If you look at it historically, this is the last episode of the same series of stories that are being told about Adam alayhi salam. The story occurs about 7 times in 7 different places in the Quran. But the main second place, there's 2 places in some detail, Taha and A'raf, but I'll tell you about A'raf, which is the detailed one. Just one glimpse of that, you should know. Before Adam was created, before he was created, Allah made an announcement that I'm going to be creating someone made from mud, from clay, teen. And then when I'm done making him and perfecting him and balancing him, and then I'm going to pour my ruh into him, وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِن رُوحِي. Then when I'm done, you shall all fall into sajda. That's what he told the angels. Meaning, he had not created Adam yet. He has not made him yet. But before he even made him, he told the angels, this is the plan. And you will be doing sajda eventually. So arguably, they already know that. Allah is now highlighting something else in Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah didn't say, I made him from clay and I put my ruh in him. Allah just said, I'm going to put what on the earth? Khalifah. A Khalifah. You know what that means? That my body, which Allah talked about in Al-A'raf, and my ruh, that Allah talked about in Al-A'raf, the 2 things that I am made of, is powerful enough that Allah sees me as a good enough, responsible creature to be the Khalifah of this earth. The word Khalifah includes both of those things, the physical and the spiritual, the body and the ruh. This is the summary of it here. But the angels are still, this idea that the human being will have the choice to do whatever they want, this is a problem. He's going to just create all kinds of problems. Why not just create those who obey Allah and that's it? And it seems, even from the words, it's as if Allah is saying, I'm going to let him do what he wants and I won't stop him. They're going to have freedom. So now we build the next part of this story. When Allah put us on this earth, in the Christian account and the Jewish account, you get a couple of different things. You get that God was created, or man was created in God's image. Okay, so we have, in the Jewish and Christian traditions, we're kind of godlike. We don't say that in Islam, but it is very popular in the Jewish and Christian narrative. And when Adam ate from the tree, when he ate the forbidden fruit, in their version, then that perfection, that godlike quality, the image of God, got damaged. So when he got sent to the earth, he was already damaged. This is why he was sent to the earth. Now I'll tell you one more thing. In the Jewish creed, or actually more in the Christian creed, human beings messed up. Adam and Eve messed up. They really messed up. So they were sent to the earth basically as a punishment. This is the consequence of them messing up. That's why they're here. And I've heard many Muslims say, that's why we're here. Our father, thanks Dad, ate from the tree, and that's why we are on the earth. The Quran is not saying that. Who's saying that? The Bible is saying that. The Jewish religion, the Christian religion, actually, more importantly, is saying that we are here to pay for the mistake of our father. That's why you may have heard we're born in sin. According to them, we are born in sin. And then we have to do something to undo the damage. Look, you remember in stores, they have a sign sometimes, if you break it, you pay for it. Well, you damaged the image of God in you, so you have to make it up. You have to fix it. But it's impossible for you to fix it. You're not good enough to fix it. You're just going to keep messing up more and more. So God had to send his saviors. He had to bring his own son and sacrifice his son to save you because you're not good enough to save yourself because you're so messed up. That's the entire philosophy is coming from human beings are broken. And they got broken since they ate from the tree. So they're broken and and the only way to unbreak them is to kill God's son and spill his blood and turn it into wine and have some on Sundays. And then we're going to be okay. What is the Quran saying? The Quran is saying something entirely different. Before Adam was even sent, or before he ate from the tree, before any of that happened, Allah announced to the angels, I'm putting a Khalifa where? On the earth. Allah didn't say, I'm making him for heaven. He better not eat from that tree. And if he does, I will punish him and throw him on the earth as a punishment. No, the plan from the beginning is he is meant to be where? On the earth. That's the plan. He was made for the earth. In fact, it makes sense. If he's made for the earth, it makes sense that he's made from the earth. He's made from this material. So that's the plan from Allah. And now when the angels, they ask this question, أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قَالَ إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. I know something you don't know. Allah is now saying there's something, yes, most human beings are going to be really messed up, but there's something about them that even the angels haven't quite been able to understand. They just haven't been able to figure it out. But it's so powerful that Allah sent us to this earth, allowing us to mess up. And when you watch the news, and when you watch events in the world, and when you watch people around you, even when you watch some people in your family, like Fatima, you start asking yourself, man, we are so broken. We're so messed up. You know how many people come and tell me they come from a broken family? That they're victims of abuse in one way or the other? How many people have been cheated in a business? How many people have been stolen from? How many people have been, hurt by a family member? How many people are victims of a crime? How many people see corruption in their business, in their workplace, in their government, there's corruption everywhere, there's fasad everywhere. But Allah seems to say to us that despite all of that, something is in the middle of all of this mess that is worth it. Something is worth it. So all this trouble, which is clearly there, must be worth something. This is the first piece that I want to share with you. What I want to do this evening with you is 4 conversations. The first of them was this one, leaving you behind to make your own choices. This discussion answers a very important question. So the last thing on this first conversation about Khalifa, doesn't this seem to tell you that Allah is saying human beings are going to make their own decisions? And therefore they will have to deal with the consequences of their own decisions? Did Allah bring us to the earth and the roads were already built and the houses were already built and the infrastructure was already there and the animals were already domesticated and everything? And was that the case? Did human beings have to figure out how to do agriculture, how to build, how to protect themselves from snakes and tigers, how to swim, how to protect themselves from the weather, how to make clothes, how to make weapons, did human beings have to figure all of that out? Did they, or did Allah just do it for them? No. In Jannah, you don't even have to get up. The fruit comes to you. But in this dunya, what you gotta do? Plant a seed, let it grow, eventually then you get the fruit of your labor, isn't it? And you have to protect yourself. You can't just say, Allah will protect me, I don't have to worry about the weather. No, you better protect yourself from the elements. Allah will build me a house. Allah is the raziq. I just made dua. Now I'm going to have a 4-bedroom house by the time I'm done with this dua. No, you have to earn. You have to build. You have to. This is hard work, isn't it? And when human beings do hard work, they're trying to, because this world was us having to figure out how to live here. And when we have to figure out how to live here and you're trying to save food for yourself and you see somebody else who's got more food than you, you're like, how come they have more food? And that's going to start some fasad. Or some people come and take a little bit of your food. And you say, hey, don't touch that. That's mine. That's mine. Get away from here. You've seen kids do this in school. When kids have their desk, and this next kid has their desk, and the next kid puts their pencil holder a little bit on the other person's real estate, they're like, heh, this is my desk. We become territorial. Allah put us on this earth, and He left us behind to figure out how to live here. Figure it out. Figure out how to do architecture. Figure out technology. Figure out how to make clothes. Figure out how to grow food. Figure out how to sustain yourself. Figure this stuff out. You could do it. They're good enough to figure things out. You know why I'm telling you this? Because this is a pretty amazing quality of human beings. We know how to solve problems, isn't it? We know how to solve problems. We know how to see a problem, and we know how to think about what can we do to solve this problem. And Allah will not reveal the answer to you. Allah has given you the tools, the ability to figure that out yourself, to solve that yourself. Muslim youth need to hear this. Muslim youth need to hear this because they keep coming to me and telling me, Ustad, I don't know what to do. La. Tell me what I can do. Tell me what I can do. I'm like, I'm going to leave you alone like Allah did when He put you on this earth. Figure it out. You're capable. The capability inside you is so powerful that all of the angels were commanded to do sajda to that capability. And how come you think you don't have enough capability? How come you think that? You're powerful enough to be left on this earth and given the freedom to make your choices, to make your decisions. So that's our first conversation, inshallah.